YouTube, and welcome to this episode of the Gunman Raw. So today we're going to continue on with this job. I actually did a previous video on this where we did the edge masking on those quarter panels. So for those of you who haven't seen that, pretty straightforward job. It's just a Peugeot hit in the back end. That was a new panel here, a new tailgate. I sealed that up and put some wet on wet primer down on all these parts, but when I put the wet on wet down, I had these quarter panels covered up, as you'll see here. I did put a little bit of wet on wet on the back panel there, but now I've got the rest of the masking done. I did that off camera, obviously, and yeah, we're ready to prep sol. So yeah, just a pretty straightforward job here. Monday morning, I just feel like doing a video. People seem to have been enjoying the more frequent uploads on this Raw channel, so I feel like doing a video, so why not? Why not? Yeah, what else have I got to talk about? So the color is just a metallic red. Oh, it's got pearl in it, so yeah, metallic red, pretty straightforward. It should cover pretty well. Another thing that I've been using lately is these microfiber cloths with good results. I've been quite happy with how they've been doing. One thing that I didn't realize, and I probably would have started using them earlier on, if I realized that you could, how well they clean out and that you could continue using them again and again and again, I probably would have been doing this a long time ago. So, oh well, we're there now. I might have to start some sort of a routine where I've got like 3 separate buckets or something like that, like, I don't know, even 2 like clean and dirty ones or something like that. I need to get some kind of a routine going on for sure. But what we need to do now is tack rag. So some people actually say you can tack rag, and I did try it. Like, you can like skip your tack rag stage and use that instead. So I did try it last week, and it seemed to do pretty good. But hey, I've got a tack rag here, so I may as well use it. That was like a little last minute, tiny little ping ding, like a tiny little dent there. Believe it or not, I put some filler in there, and I'm not even priming it because I use the UV body filler. That stuff is absolutely amazing. I used it up here too. Dries in like 15 seconds, and you don't even need to prime it. Totally blown away by that stuff. Yeah, I found that dent at like 4:15 last Friday. So today's Monday. I think I mentioned that before. Found that at 4:15 last Friday. It was fixed by 20:4, literally 5 minutes, and the dent's fixed and you're right to paint over it. Probably even less than 5 minutes realistically. Yeah, just put a bit in, put the light on it for 15 seconds, give it a quick block back, go down through the grades. And one thing that I think I mentioned in a previous video, I can't remember if I did though, but because it goes so hard, it doesn't have a tendency to sand too much out. So it's like it goes as hard as original paint, if you know what I mean. So if you keep blocking, it's actually going to take it all down at the same rate rather than having that soft polyester body filler sand out too much. And that happens quite a lot if you're not on the ball. But this stuff, as I say, it doesn't do it. So it really is amazing stuff. It's like the repairs will actually come up better than with your polyester. Sound right. That just doesn't sound right. That doesn't sound like true bar. I actually just changed the regulator out. I thought it was the regulator that had gone, but maybe there's something going on with this gun. I'm going to go get my other gun and see if it's the gun itself. Rightio, so I'm back in the booth here, and I've got a couple of other guns, and we're just going to see if so that's 2 bar. That sounds a lot louder than this one. Yeah, no, there's something going on with that, man. I don't know what it is. I wonder if it's the baffle or I don't know, man. No, there's definitely something going on with that gun. Well, that's going to need a little bit of attention. What I'll probably do is
Well, for now I'll just use this one. At least I know that there's a problem with that gun. I started noticing it last week, but because I took my earplugs, my ear muffs off, I thought, oh, maybe it's just a difference in sound that I'm noticing, but no, there's definitely something going on with that gun, because they're the same air cap. That's TE20, TE20. That's just a bit of water cleaner. It could go in the boot. So, yeah. What I'll do with this one, this gun here, is I'll just replace one part and then see if it gradually fixes it. I'll replace each part. Now I need a rag, so I made a mess, haven't I? Yeah, so I don't know, man. Well, here we go. I've never had a pro light do that to me before. First time. That boot door's open. My air's clicking on and off. I'll put these guns out there so they don't get overspray on them. That's my boss out there. Getting my next job ready. That's my next job lined up. Just make sure that's still running and I'm not talking to myself. Sometimes they turn up on me. But oh well. Here we go. TE10 GTI Pro Gunman Edition. Yeah boy. Huh. This gauge, man, these gauges have been going. But isn't that louder? Have a listen to how loud that is. Yeah man, these ANI gauges, man, they don't last anymore. The thinners that we're using here just turns them to toast, mate. So I've been starting at say 25 psi, so that's 25 psi. At full fluid. Yeah, that's full fluid. Probably only going to need one coat on this back panel, and even just a duster, that's all it needs on the top here. There's actually only a few little scratches on that back panel, on the top section. This is all we're going to need on the back panel, and then we'll give it just one coat of clear. Oh well, that's done. The colour's actually not covering too bad over that mid-grey. We'll only need 3 coats. I actually didn't spray this colour out because the colour tip was good enough. Let me know if you guys can hear me properly. I'll know that I can talk at this kind of this loud. But yeah, one thing I have been appreciating about this shop is the boosts are a lot quieter than that one over there in Perth, man. A big part of the reason why I actually stopped making videos for it for quite some time was that the boost was just too loud and I just had to yell too much. I'd be going around coughing up a lung for 2 days because I damaged my voice box so much by yelling. So yeah. I reckon we're only going to need one coat on the inside of this tailgate too. One nice wet coat, that should get us coverage. As you can see, that it's covering actually quite nice over that red. Oh sorry, over the mid-grey. TPG EnviroBase, for those of you who haven't already guessed or don't already know, that's what I use here. Like, I mean, I wouldn't say it's my favourite paint, but it's serviceable, man. It does the job. Sometimes the colours are, you know, a bit out, but most of the time they're not that bad. I'm not going to have to be honest. It's just not that bad. yes, it's a little bit slower than standard blue, but it gets you through, man. Like, it's a great shop. This is one hell of a shop. I'd rather work in a good shop with a mediocre paint system than a bad shop with a good paint system, or with the best paint system. As I say, like, mediocre doesn't mean bad, so don't take that the wrong way. If you do like PCG and you think it's the best, all power to you, mate. But yeah, one thing that I really love about this shop here is the way they go about a job. So this job here is a perfect example. So obviously we're doing what we're doing. You see here we're doing rear bumper, tailgate, and we're blending the quarter panel. Now on the job sheet, it actually didn't even have that quarter panel down to be blended. But my boss just said, just do it. Also, on the job sheet, it didn't have that down to be painted. But you know what? It was all faded. And that's how nice of a boss they are. They place customer satisfaction high enough that they say, you know what? We'll just do it. Like, I've worked in shops where they will go so pedantic on everything that we paint, right? So they do a full respray. They'd make you take forever on it. Every single nib has to come out. Spend a whole week buffing it, right? But then the wheels, they've got chips and scratches all through. Okay, and I'll probably do a touch up on it, but a perfect example in this shop, what they do, they paint the wheels, you know, so they're not going to go to absolute town, you know, like buffing it for a bloody week. They'll still buff it for a couple of days, but they've got a buffer to do it, so that helps. So I'm not there doing it, so that's always good. But yeah, like, I guess my point is that it's more of a, they look at the bigger picture as a car. And I've said this for quite some time. Nobody cares about one part more than another. Like, to an owner, this is a whole car, right? They don't care about the tailgate on their car any more than they care about the bonnet, you know, like, or if you want to talk about paintwork. Well, paintwork is one thing to them, you know what I mean? It's not like, oh well, I need my rear bumper to be like absolutely perfect, but I don't care about my front bumper. No. So to me it would make more sense. I guess this is a good instance. Let's just say the paintwork is all faded on this car. Rather than getting every single tiny little pinprick of a nib on this quarter panel, spend that time buffing up this door, run the quick orbital down the side. It's the bigger picture, you know what I mean? And that's what people look at. They don't care, as I say, they don't care about one panel more than the other. Like, it's paintwork is paintwork. So this place here seems to be more from reality than, you know, pedanticness. Like, yeah, I don't know, let me know what you think about that. Anyway, I'm going to turn you off in between coats. That's the first coat down. I'm going to dry them, and then I'll see you back here for the second coat. Rightio, that's been dried down, ready for our second coat. So the first thing I do, drop that pressure down, 20 psi for the second coat, and wind the fluid in by half a turn. And the fan is half a turn in, or one turn in. Oh, sorry, that's the other way around. It was one turn in. Pretty fair side. As I say, one coat was enough on the back. We got that effect looking nice. It seems to be covering pretty good too, actually, considering it's a red. Edges all done, inside all done. I'm happy with that. I don't need to put any more on there. second and third coat, they just go on the outside. So yeah, the first coat is what takes the longest to dry when you spray this EnviroBase the way I spray it anyway. As you probably noticed, that first coat we put on pretty heavy. So first coat you're looking for sort of like, I don't know, 75 or 80% coverage. And then from there you're mainly looking, from these two coats, yes we are still getting coverage out of the second and third coat, but it's mainly to get the effect, I guess. Well, both really. So yeah, my rule of thumb has always been get it covered and then put another coat on. So when you think it's covered, put another coat on. So basically, it's covered after your second coat. Like you really want 100% or thereabouts after your second coat, you know. So that is covered. Like I cannot see through any of that. And we're going to put that last coat on. I'm actually going to have to go and top up because I've pretty much run out. I'll see you here for the last coat. Rightio, time for the last coat. Same thing. Turn the fluid in by half a turn and pressure down by 5 psi. Last coat. And you're just dusting that last coat on, even more so than the second coat. So each coat just goes lighter and lighter and lighter. It's nearly going to take me up to morning tea. I'm going to finish this last coat, go have morning tea, and then I'll be back to clear this job up. But I might actually do a separate video on the clear coat stage. Let us know what you think, guys, in the comments down below. Would you rather me put these kind of videos all into one, where I do, you know, because it's kind of a bigger job than usual, so you know, it can take a fair bit of time. I don't know, half an hour, 40 minutes by the time I've got around even just the application, you know. So I'm always interested to hear from your feedback. I might not always reply to your comments, but I do at the very least try to read them, and then I'll either learn something or I might even be able to reply to your questions in a video on this channel. But yeah, it's all good. Life's good, mate. Life's so good to be focusing on petty crap, which some people seem to do, but so many of us do. And you know what? Life's probably too easy for them, that they've got too much time on their hands to worry about bull crap on the internet. If they really had to fight for their next meal, mate, they wouldn't have any time to fight about stupid petty political shit on the internet, you know. Anyway, that's it. I'm going to call that a video, and for this one I will do a separate video on the clear coat stage, but be sure to stick around, hit the thumbs up button, go buy yourself some Gunman merch if you haven't already. These spray suits are killer. We've got loads more merch in the shop, so yeah, go and hit the thumbs up button, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Gunman out. Let's paint some shit. So yeah, it might look like there's a bit of overspray here, but if you look on the panel itself, there isn't really anything there. So I think that's just because it's sort of raised up a bit. But yeah, that's just a quick, I thought I'd give you a quick flyby, quick look over the job. And that's it. I reckon we did alright getting that effect, because that's pretty much what they look like. It's sort of a bit of overspray, same thing on that Rio. Alright, Gunner, see you in the next one. Coming out.